Welcome everybody to another episode of Deep Dive. So we're going to look at the Poco X3 here. So in the past we have done unboxing videos where you can look at the kit. Similarly, you can look at our just landed video which has first impressions and the UI, etc. So if you want to get a feel for the device, how it boots up, that's where you need to go. Links for all of that is in the description. But here we're going to look more specifically at the camera, look at some picture samples, look at the videos, talk about the screen, and finally wrap up with the battery and some closing comments. So first off, we gave our phone to Phoebe and asked her to click some pictures when she was out for an evening snack. So she was out with some friends and she clicked some pictures of food and of course took some selfies. In terms of the camera setup, it's a quad camera setup. The primary sensor is a massive 64 megapixel sensor. It also has an ultra wide and two 2 megapixel cameras. As I've mentioned before, those two 2 megapixel sensors, the one for depth sensing and macro, well, they're not really that useful. It's more for making up the quad count. But the ultra wide 13 megapixel, that one's good. And up front, it has a 20 megapixel selfie camera, which is also pretty good. The primary rear sensor is capable of shooting 4K video. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of the photographs and also the video. So our first picture was taken early evening on a cloudy day. You can see that it still managed to get some great colors. The next one is with some lights on, so this was a little later, and again the lights have been captured well. The place looks really nice. The ambient light is great. Moving indoors, you can see that the detail in the bar setting is excellent. And as for the next one, the seating area, the colors are vibrant. Looking at the food photography, still great results. Detail is excellent. The shine and glimmer on certain parts of the food thanks to oil, looking great. And if you look at the cold bottle, the precipitation, again the lighting, it's pretty good pictures overall. Back outdoor, looking at some greenery, you can see the colors are lovely. And in the next one, you can see that the detail for the edges of the leaves, again, very accurate. For a change, we're not going to do outdoor daylight pictures. Those come out great. We're going to do some late evening shots. So we have Phoebe here with some evening lighting, and you can see that the shadows and highlights are captured wonderfully. Comparison, we've taken the Christmas tree in the evening and also at night, and you can see that it does a good job with night photography. This one was taken in the evening and it actually captured more light than was visible with the eye. But then we tried the same shot with night mode and you can see it's gathered so much more light information. This one is to give you a comparative look at night mode versus just the regular mode. One more comparison picture here of a picture taken at night with night mode on and without it. I personally prefer the one without the night mode. And lastly, looking at the selfie, you can see there's quite a bit of face smoothing, so there is beautify in effect. Testing the camera's video capability, we're doing a slow pan of the garden area. You can see that it's captured some lovely greens. The color is very nice. There is water on the walk paths and you can see nice reflections. So the refraction of light, the reflection effects, the lighting effects, all of it very good. And the colors, of course, looking very detailed and rich. We're going to look at the very same shot but taken at night, so after it's dark with artificial lighting. So here you can see that it excels in the same areas. Again, the reflection in the water, the lights in the water, very nice. So there is good night video, I guess, as long as there is some lighting in the scene. You can see the people walking in the background. Colors are still good, so you can see the reds in the decoration. You can see some of the colors of items in the store windows. So overall, very good in terms of detail and picture quality. We have talked about this massive 6.67 inch screen, which is an IPS LCD panel. We've watched some videos on it in our just landed video. So here what we're doing is testing usability. So Phoebe is sitting at Fridays and just scrolling through some of the pictures that she's taken. She is under direct light and the screen is still sharp and readability is good. You can see that it's a glossy screen because it is shining. While not necessarily a screen functionality, we did want to show you the fingerprint unlock, which is built into the power button. As you can see, it's super snappy. It happens really quick. Just touch and the screen is on. The included battery is a 5160 mAh unit, and that's pretty massive. And also featured is a 33-watt fast charger, which does the job really quick. In 30 minutes, you're looking at more than 60%, and if you give it an hour, you're well over 95%. So that's some pretty fast charge times. If you use the included charger, it does say turbocharging on screen, but if you connect it to any other charger, it does not say that. The animations for charging are also pretty nice, and if you want to look at the complete charge matrix, do hit pause for that section. With some gaming and moderate use, it easily lasted us a whole day, so in other circumstances it might even last longer. So wrapping up, what did we think of this phone? To be honest, this is an absolute no compromise phone, and given the price point, it's really hard to fault it or suggest something else. This is beyond mid-range and almost in flagship territory. Those are some massive specs, which gives you great performance, and in terms of usability, it's excellent. My only gripe was the large dimensions, which makes it awkward sometimes for one-handed use, and the photography, though good in most cases, when taking pictures at night of subjects which are not well lit, yeah, it did not stack up against flagships very well. But excluding those two niche situations, this is one hell of a package. Easily the best, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who needs a good all-round phone with very little compromise. Hope you're enjoying our videos. Do subscribe for additional tech content like this, and we will see you in the next one.